We are just now recovering from CMA Fest 2015 at BB King's, and we're just going to talk about it. Coming right up on the Chris Top program.
The Top, broadcasting worldwide on iHeartRadio and Spreaker.com.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here? My name is Dorcas Maximus, Commander of the Dorks of the North, General of the Dork Legions, loyal servant to the true Emperor, Dork Vader. And I will have my vengeance. Dorks of the world, unite! Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
I am the one and only Chris Top.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
Broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment.
The VCR and the DVD, there was a night of that rap back in 1970. We didn't know about the World War Web was a whole different game being played back when I was a kid. Wanna get down in a cool way, picture yourself on a beautiful day. Big bell bottoms and groovy long hair, just walking in style with a portable MP3 player. You can listen to the music on the Chris Top program. You can hear the music on the Chris Top program.
Only Chris Top.
Play the music on the Chris Top program. You hear the talk in the Chris Top program.
Sunny Clarksville, Tennessee.
You can hear the talk in the Chris Top program.
This is the Chris Top program.
And I'm the one and only Chris Top, broadcasting live from our lavish studio apartment here in sunny Clarksville, Tennessee, with an ocean view. You know,
I was going to say sup, and then you just told me.
oh, you can still say sub.
Sup.
Okay, that's good. I was going to say it's nice to be home, but I'm not so sure because we had
I'm ready to go out to Nashville again.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the day of sleeping in, but then after we slept in, I was ready to get back to work.
I miss Nashville. Like,
Yep.
I miss it. Even the hot and sticky stuff.
Yeah,
That didn't come out how I wanted
that's
it
what
to.
she said.
That's what she said. Bounce, wow, wow.
Yeah. You know, okay, now, the Chris Top program consists of myself, Chris Top, and then Allie Top. But if you've checked the Chris Top program homepage recently, and you scroll on over to the About Our Team tab, you'll see some stuff about me that's really boring, and you're not going to want to read it. And then you've got Allie, and then you have Kristen Chandler also. So we actually have a new member to the team. And we thought it would be kind of fun to have Kristen sit in on this little thing we're doing now, just, for fun.
Yeah.
Right? So she's here.
So say something.
Say anything you want.
Pick a microphone. Yeah.
That was beautiful. That was really beautiful. But I mean, yeah, Kristen's part of the team, and she was such a big help at the CMA Fest, and Kevin helped us out, and just both of you guys were just amazing. And there's other people that we want to thank too, and get to in a little while. But was that your first CMA Fest that you've ever been to?
Well, it was my first CMS that I've experienced with y'all. It was a great experience. It's been a while.
Yeah, was it different than your first experience?
Yes. Definitely different.
Before we kind of get into detail what we did, what was your favorite part about the whole thing?
I would think the proposal.
The proposal. And we'll
Yes.
talk about that in a second. So, yeah, there were some exciting things
Yes, there
that
was.
happened.
Yeah.
But we had such a good time. I mean, I was a little bit nervous just on the way there the first day, because you never know when it comes to setting up and getting ready for this stuff how it's going to go. But it all went relatively smooth. We got set up and everything was just great.
Except
I mean,
we got lost while we were walking there, and that was ridiculous to me.
oh, you want to tell that story?
So we were going to BB King's, and we couldn't find BB King's. We couldn't find a good parking garage. We finally found one, and we went around. We were walking, and we could have just went straight ahead.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about something else.
The elevator incident?
Nope. on the way there in the car. The exposure.
On the way.
The exposure.
On the way to BB King's, there was this woman, and it's hot outside, so I can understand you wearing a little bit less clothing, but this was going
She had a lot less on.
She had this really short shirt on, because I can't
She
even
was
call it a
naked.
dress. She was butt freaking naked. Her boobs were showing. I saw nipples.
They just
looked,
flopped
too.
right out.
I specifically looked for nipples. I really did. I gotta be honest. I was like specifically looking, and I found nipples, and I was like, "You are exposing your nipples to the public."
We were driving by, and then, like, you know, the side boob shot, and then I'm like thinking, "Oh, it's gonna fall out. It's gonna fall out," and it fell out.
Her friend, like, she stopped, and her friend, like, fixed her shirt.
Her friend stuffed it back in, and then it fell out again.
That's a true friend, though.
It is a true friend. When your friend
stuffs
your
your boobs
nipple
back in your shirt, that's a true friend.
That's a true friend. And that was our first exposure.
And then, the next day, you didn't see this, but the next day was, like, pretty much total ass. It was, it was bad.
But anyway, we had so many talented people. And when you're in a place like Nashville, there are a lot of talented people there anyway. But what made this so cool was they came and they hung out with us for 3 days. And BB King's, I've got to say, BB King's, they know how to take care of us. They set us up in this really nice room, probably big enough. I mean, we comfortably had, at the most at one time, 70, 75 people in there, comfortably. I mean, we could have put another 75 people in and been just fine. Mm-hmm. But they hooked us up with this huge room. Then we set up our red carpet and our backdrop. And if you're curious about any of this stuff, we've got pictures posted everywhere on Twitter, on the Facebook, on the webpage, on the ChrisTopProgram.com. And if you want to check out the other pages, just scroll down to the chat box, and you can actually find links to the Twitter, the Facebook, and Instagram, which we're not very good at using, but we're going to try. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm now trying hard.
But if you want to listen to the show right now and just sort of scroll through some of this stuff and look at some of the pictures, and some of the interviews we have highlighted on the front page, you can go back and listen to some of those. Or if you just want to scroll down, you can actually listen to any one of the shows if you want to scroll down under the chat box. But we've actually got the proposal that Kristen brought up earlier, and that's featured on the page. It was cool. I mean, y'all want to talk about that?
It was so cool. You got something to say about that? Take it away, Kristen.
We're trying to break Kristen in.
It was beautiful. Like, I was in tears about the proposal.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Jenny Lynn wasn't expecting it because it was funny because Lamont, I guess he called me about 2 weeks prior to the event, and he said, "Chris, I got a favor." I'm like, "Oh, somebody's asking me for a favor. I'm kind of nervous." But then he called me. I was on my way to my radio job, and I was going to do some tracking, and my phone rang. I didn't know who it was, and it was Lamont, and he said, "This is my favor. I want to propose to Jenny Lynn on the Chris Top program." I thought, man, that is so cool. So I knew about it, and when he came in, he was like giving me the look, like, "Yeah, we got this." He was winking at me, like, "Yeah, I'm going to do it." So I don't know how far into the interview. I don't even think it was 20 minutes into it. He popped the question,
right,
and then she bawled.
Yes.
And a lot of people, I think, bawled that were listening. And he did it. He asked her. Mm-hmm. And we've even got video of it. You can
video evidence.
Yeah, you can go to thechristoprogram.com, and you can see the whole proposal.
Like a bouse.
The whole thing going down.
Going down like a bouse.
Yep.
Oh, what now?
What was so cool for me, too, not just I guess it was close to 30 artists that we had scheduled for interviews. Not just that, but just the amount of artists too that came in just to say hi while we were there. I mean, that was cool. I mean, we had just several that came in and said hi, and they got their pictures on the red carpet. And of course, we tweeted those out, and even two artists that I've never had on the show before that we're actually going to schedule really soon. Both of them super talented. One of them's Grayson. He comes strutting in. He's a pretty cool looking dude. He comes in, he's got the tight shirt on, his muscles, he's got his cowboy hat. He comes strutting in. I knew right away it was Grayson because he told me he was going to come, and he got his pictures made. Genuinely nice guy. And I have not seen him perform yet, but I know that that's probably going to come through on his stage performance as well. So really looking forward to having Grayson on the show. And also, Bryce Hitchcock came by. beautiful girl. She came by, and her voice. What do you think about her voice?
Her voice is so freaking great. Like, I would sit down and listen to her songs on my downtime. I really would.
Yeah? Would you roll around in tall blades of grass?
Heck yes. Heck yeah.
Under the stars.
I've actually, Under the Stars. I've had that dream for a long time where I just sit in a tall blade of grass and stare up at the evening sky. Yeah.
Okay, real quick, when you think of maybe an artist that really stood out in an interview, maybe it was one of your favorites, maybe you like their stage presence, their voice, their lyrics. First one comes to mind.
Ooh, can I do two?
Yes.
Kelsey Lewis. And,
Why Kelsey?
I like the sound of her voice, I guess. I mean, everybody there was good, but it's just like the certain vibe that she gave. Her, she's cute. She's like happy like all the time, and I wish like everybody was like that.
What comes out in her music? You listen to her music, and you pretty much know her personality. I mean, she's always smiling.
She is, and I think it's so great. I love it.
The greatest thing, she's a dork, obviously, and she's a great poster child for being a dork.
She really is.
Yeah, she really is. And who was your other pick?
Heather Faulkner.
You liked Heather.
Yes.
It's interesting because both of them are the same type of music.
I like that type of music.
Yeah, I do too. And we got a chance to go see Heather Faulkner at Valentino's a couple of nights ago. Really neat because I'd never been to Valentino's. And we walk in, and they asked us if we had reservations. I'm like, no, it's kind of a ritzy place. No, I don't have reservations.
No.
I don't even think I can afford the water here. And,
the water was nice. It's like
the water's really
ice
good.
water in a wine glass.
That's all we had. No, we actually had something to eat to it. But I said, well, no, we're here for the music. And he goes, oh, okay, just go up the step. So it used to be, we found out it was like a 200-year-old, or 1800s, I think. It was a house that they converted to a restaurant. So we go up these old steps, and when I say old, I mean it was really cool. We go up these steps, and it leads us up to this hallway, and then we walked into the piano bar, and we walked in the room, and the piano was up toward the front, and Heather was up there ready to play because we got there about 5 minutes early, and she motioned for us to come over there. She had two seats ready for us right beside her at the piano. We ate off of the top of the piano.
That was really cool.
Was that not the coolest experience?
That was amazing. I'm never going to forget it.
And, and usually we get a lot of those experiences when we do the live interviews. People are playing right in front of us. But we didn't have to perform ourselves this time. We could just sit back and enjoy it.
Yeah, and it was great. She had. I loved the people she was with. Shout
out
to
sweet
her
group of
friends
people.
And her sister.
Yeah. Do you remember the manager's name? I can't think of it. She gave me her card, but it's in the bed. It's in my bedroom. I don't have it in here.
It's in my purse.
But a sweet woman. She really knows, I think, what she's talking about. And we got a chance to meet her mom, and I believe it's her stepdad, I think.
I definitely want to go back very soon.
And her sister's name's
Haley.
I want to give a shout out to Haley. Sup,
Haley.
Yeah. Are you sorry you missed it, Kristen? It was
yes,
fun.
I am. I'm so bummed.
Yeah. Kristen said she had better things to do. She couldn't.
Yeah, Kristen.
I'm kidding.
Explain yourself.
Don't put her
I was going to give her the microphone.
But wait, no, we asked her at the last minute, and I get it because it was kind of a spur of the moment thing for us because we remembered that she did these performances every Monday, and it happened to be Monday, so we thought, well, why not go to Nashville again and make it 7 days in a row?
Why not?
Yeah, so we just did that, and we had a good time. It was a nice, relaxing time, unwinding from all the excitement. But I haven't come down from it yet. Have you guys?
No, I don't know if I'm ever going to.
No, but I mean,
next event you're going to be hyped up on that, but this is great.
I can't even really explain what made it the way it was. But I mean, we had the 3 days of interviews. Great people, one after another, coming in. And first and foremost, that's what we look for on the show. It's a no douchebag zone for sure. And these people come in and we connect with them and they sing for us, which is a wonderful time. And then we took the red carpet pictures and all that stuff. And then the last night we had the WABA Awards ceremony where we gave out the awards that everybody's been voting on for the past couple of months. And just the turnout we had for that and just the networking and the connections that were made that night was just, I think, probably my favorite part. And just anytime somebody new came through the door and just, it seemed like a family reunion every time somebody came in. Mm-hmm. And there were so many different high points. one of my favorite things, and I can't even tell you about it yet. I'm going to have to tell you about it on the next show, but there was a certain artist that is going to send another certain artist something that couldn't make it, and I can't really give any more details than that, but I will tell you a little bit later on. But I thought that was just the sweetest thing. I don't know. I mean, there was just a ton of high points for me, and I'm sitting here looking at the pictures of the featured shows on the page. You know, we got Kelsey Lewis on here. You can listen to her voice, and I swear you're going to fall in love with her. If you're a chick, you'll have a girl crush for sure. Darren Morris.
I've got a girl crush.
The Darren Morris Band. What do you guys think about them?
Dude.
Love that.
Off the chain.
Yeah.
Freaking cool.
Yeah.
Freaking cool.
And then we had Pink Couch Studios, which, you know, these are some talented young ladies that came in there and sang for us. And then, of course, The Proposal and another great artist that had never been on the show before, Stevie Jewell. And I was excited because I thought she lived in Canada, but she's actually in Nashville all the time. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of... Now, who's your other artist that you because I stopped you after you said Kelsey. Oh, you did say... You said Heather. Okay, you said Kelsey.
I said, yeah, Kelsey and Heather.
And what about you, Kristen? Who sticks out in your mind?
I really like Stevie Jewell.
Yeah.
And then I like Jillian Core. I just thought they had just this
You like
vibe.
Jillian Core? Oh, that's cool.
I just thought they have a vibe of coolness. And
yeah, sure. Yeah, Jillian definitely has that vibe, and she manages to do what she does, and she has... How many children did she have? Four. Yeah. So I just thought that was really cool. But and we haven't stopped talking about it since we got back. We've been totally just bombarding the social networks with it, trying to support these artists and get the word out there. And we're already planning next year. I mean, we've already come up with ideas for next year to make it even better. And the first year we did this, well, let me kind of give you like a condensed version of the whole story. And I mentioned this too at the awards ceremony. I never pictured us going in the direction of doing interviews like we've been doing. But one day I was at the radio station that I do part-time work at, and I saw a little package from Jill and Julia. And the radio station, they weren't planning on doing an interview with them, so I thought, well, I'll just call them up and see if maybe they'll do one with us. So I did, and it worked out, and we did the interview. And since then, we've done well over 100 more. And it's just something that we automatically just gravitated toward and we just wanted to keep doing them. So we really have them to thank for that. But at the ceremony, I don't even know what point I was trying to make now.
You were just like, yeah, at the ceremony.
I get sidetracked all the time, and then I don't even know what I'm gonna, what the point that I'm trying to make. But
it's pretty great, bro.
Yeah, I know. It's a disaster, is what it is. But I'm just ready. I'm just ready to do it again next year, and I'm really thinking. I know what I was going to say. But the first year we did it, we weren't planning anything aside from just doing the radio show. So we had a few people that stopped by the last day. You can cough if you want. Are you just yawning?
No, I've been coughing this entire time. I don't know why. I've got like a frog in my throat or something.
But we weren't planning anything. We ended up having maybe 10 people or so that showed up for dinner afterwards. And that was just sort of a spur-of-the-moment thing. But this year we had, for the ceremony, 70, 75 show up. So if we promote it right and things go well and the word of mouth spreads, which I think it will, because we had a lot of positive response, we could see, I would think, anywhere from 150 to 300 at the actual ceremony next year. And,
that would be great.
Yeah, possibly 1,000 people throughout the course of the 3 or 4 days, coming in and out and listening to interviews. And something we're going to stress next year, too, is if you're an artist, you can promote this. You don't have to say, well, no, this is a private deal, this is just an interview, because it's not like that. It doesn't have to be that quiet in there. You can come in, bring your fans with you, and they can sit and just have a little intimate show with you, learn more about you. They can even ask questions. If they want to just become part of the interview, we could let them come up and ask the question. That would be fine. I mean, that's what it's about. It's about everybody getting to know you and everybody just networking and just having a good time, for sure. But we've got just pictures posted all over the website. You'll see the featured interviews on the front page. And then if you click on the WABA Awards tab... WABA.
W-O-B,
yep.
Yay.
Then you can see the pictures of all the winners. There were 7 winners altogether, 8 awards, but Lacey Caroline won 2. And if you click on their pictures, then it'll actually take you to their Twitter page. And then if you scroll down past that, you can look at just a ton of red carpet pictures. We've got pictures from the interview. And then we have pictures from the actual WABA Award ceremony.
Dude, that was so much fun.
Mm-hmm. And then if you scroll down past that, then we've got a couple of videos posted. I'm not a YouTube kind of guy.
I know this.
So it's, but this is the first time. Elena's interview was the first interview we ever had taped all the way through and actually posted it.
And I am so happy about that. I can't even explain why, but I'm just so happy about it. I love YouTube.
It's cool. It's cool, and we can share it on the web page and also on Facebook and all that stuff. And
yeah.
And some of the feedback too that we've been getting from some of the artists is really, really cool. I mean, and they don't have to do this stuff, but they've been getting on here and just posting some really nice stuff about us. And Grayson has never had an interview with us, but he posted something I thought was really, really nice. I'm trying to scroll down and find that. Maybe I already passed it. I don't know. But he said he appreciated us talking to him, and he can't wait to be on the show and all that stuff. And I thought that was pretty cool. And then we posted several videos on the Chris Top program Facebook page. Not full interviews, but several songs, and there's still a ton of stuff that we're going to post. So keep checking back on the webpage, keep checking back on the Facebook page and all that stuff. But I thought this was kind of cool. We posted an excerpt from Heather's interview. I'll let you hear it. If you could have any superhero power, what would that power be?
I've thought about this.
Have you thought?
Yes, well, I'm stuck between being invisible and flying.
So either you want to go into the guy's locker room, or you want to...
That would be a plus. I'd stop there on my way to save the world.
There you go. There you go.
I'm going to...
So yeah, and that's just a little excerpt from one of the shows, but that was so much fun. And if you want to see that video, then you can just go to the Facebook page. I want to say hi to Patrick. He says Bryce Hitchcock voice is amazing. He's a big fan of hers. He said that on Twitter. And I appreciate you, Patrick, for tuning in. Patrick, I have a special shout out for Patrick because out of the blue, he shows up.
Yeah, I invited him.
Yeah.
So, via Twitter. I was
well,
like,
that's cool.
You should come out, and he was like, I didn't get like a confirmation or anything, but
I think he wanted to surprise us.
Yeah.
He's got a kick-ass beard.
Sure does. That's like some Duck Dynasty stuff.
It is.
Right there.
It really is. But yeah, he showed up. Totally made our day. And another big surprise I got the second day. The second, and I got lied to. On this one.
Definitely.
Did you know about it, Kristen?
I was just guessing.
Okay.
You were guessing?
Because frickin' Katie Graves knew about it, and she didn't say a word to me about it. She kept it secret. Well, she was supposed to.
Yeah. It makes me wonder how many people knew about the secret.
Yeah, exactly. So we're interviewing Stevie Jewell, and I look up over in the direction of the red carpet, and there's Randy. And if you don't know who Randy is, he actually is the owner of Magnolia Emporium.
Sponsor.
Yeah, which is totally backing us up, and we absolutely love Randy to death. I looked up, and there he was. And I totally, just broke out of the interview for a second because I couldn't believe he was there. But then I was very professional. I went back to it. And then afterwards, we gave him a hug and stuff.
Yeah, we basically attacked him.
Yeah, but then he got there pretty early the second day. He stayed all day long. And then he got there the third day and stayed all day long through the WABA Awards and everything. What a great friend.
Indeed.
I mean, he didn't have to be there. He showed up, supported us the whole time. It's just amazing. And I never saw the show going in this direction when I first started. I mean, it was just a hobby. I loved to broadcast. Never, ever thought that it would reach as many people as it's reached.
It's great. I love it. Yeah.
Isn't it something else? Mm-hmm. And I feel like, and I'm going to be honest with you, when we have artists on the show, of course it promotes the Chris Top program. Of course it promotes our show. But, we're also promoting the artists and helping them out. And it's so cool. I mean, we're introducing people to these indie artists that maybe they would have never heard before. And they're getting just a fan base out of that. So, I mean, it really works for everybody. And it's just... I walked out of there that night with just the greatest feeling in the world.
Me too. That's great.
So many people came up to us and said...
I'm just so giddy about it.
And said that, we had the most fun here than we've ever had at the CMA Fest. And this was so much fun. I really appreciated this. And I can't even... And Randy, stop it, because you're going to make me get all He does that. See, but I'm watching Twitter, and Patrick says the beard is a boss beard. Does he mean boss?
Boss.
See, I can't say it. You say that
like
for me.
a boss.
But he says the beard is a boss beard.
Boss.
Boss beard.
People are catching on to my thing.
Boss.
Boss.
Is that good?
No.
No.
Try again.
But Randy says he showed up because Randy says I show up. But can I?
Sorry.
Why don't you read that, Kristen? Go ahead.
Which one?
Randy's quote right here.
Oh. I showed up because I believe in you at the Chris Top program.
Isn't that great? I mean,
thanks, Randy.
Yeah, I mean, just the feeling of even just one person believing in something that you're doing, it's just a pretty amazing thing. It really is. But we've got a few more things we want to talk about. So, there's somebody in the chat on Spreaker. 102 DLG Radio. Hey, Chris and Allie, it's Latin. I knew it was you, Latin. It's good to see you, buddy. And then Randy's in the chat as well. And then Aaron, it's good to see you. Thank you, guys. And Waba back to you. I love it when people say that.
Waba, waba.
And we had it pronounced, Waba is the correct pronunciation. We had Waba and Woba.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's Waba.
Yeah. But, I don't care how they say it as long as they know the meaning behind it.
Sure.
Working on being on, you can say it however you want.
You used to be
sure.
so uptight about that, it's Waba. Whoever says it in either way
I still
will be
like the
stoned
joke
to
about
death.
it, but I mean, as long as they know the meaning behind it, I'm cool with it. I'm really cool with that. But anyway, I'm going to take just a quick little break, and we'll come back and we'll talk some more about the CMA Fest 2015 at BB King's downtown Nashville.
Yeah.
I saw you over there. You were ready to say something, and I kept going. I kept going on purpose because I kept. No, never mind.
Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recording.
That's my dork pass for the day.
Did you ever think you could afford an interior designer?
No, way too expensive. Besides, I've got style.
If you had style, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Ouch. Interior designers are for rich people.
Magnolia Emporium.
Magnolia Aquarium? Is that for some crazy flower fish?
No, Magnolia Emporium. Randy's clients range from nurses and teachers to musicians, actors, and even some royalty thrown in there.
Oh, I'd be on the royalty side.
You really don't have any swag, do you?
No, I don't.
That's where Randy comes in. He listens to exactly what you want, whether it's spoken or unspoken.
Okay, if you mean he can read my mind, there's lots of things I don't want Randy to know.
No, he has a great feel for what he does.
Okay, where can I find Magnolia Emporium?
Just go to magnoliaemporium.com.
We want your space to reflect your success.
One of the things that happened that I was not anticipating, because we had the award show, and the award show was so much fun. I mean, we had everybody just sitting up close and up front. We didn't spread everybody out. And we did that because we wanted it to be an intimate setting. And then what we did was we would announce an award. We had a prize drawing, and then somebody would get up and sing. And then we did that 6 times. We would alternate them out, and people were getting excited when we were doing the drawings.
Yes, they were.
Yes, they were.
And they were just looking at their tickets. You could hear them when we got to a different number, they're like, oh, But then we gave them 4 chances to win. It was so much fun. And then, but I called my daughter up there at one point just to tell her that basically that I loved her and that she inspired me. And I'd been planning this in my mind for 4 days. And I just freaking broke down like a little baby girl, and I started bawling, and I don't even know where that came from. I mean, you'd think you could just say something, but it just, I guess in front of all those people and having her up there, I guess it just got to me. But there were a few moments like that, and maybe I'm just a chick. I don't know.
Maybe you're just a chick. Bruh.
I can't help it. I mean, but I'm not ashamed either.
I like that about you, though.
Yeah, but I'm not ashamed, to break down. I'm really not. I mean, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what were some more high points? What did you guys appreciate or have fun about it?
I loved it when Kimmy came in, and she was so excited, and she wanted to take pictures with me.
Mm-hmm.
It was great. I loved her. I love that she was matching me on the 3rd day.
Yeah, and Kimmy she wore her Waba shirt on the
that
3rd
made
day.
Me
Yeah.
So happy.
But she's a big fan of Monday's Mona Lisa, and she came there, of course, to see them. But now I think she's a fan of the Chris Dot program, and that's just the way that works. I think Ruza actually started listening to the Chris Top program, and that's how she found out about Monday's Mona Lisa. So it's just really cool how all this stuff intertwines and works out. And then you've got Kelsey that wants to hook up with Stevie and write songs.
Yeah.
And wouldn't it be cool if a couple of people that met at the WABA Awards actually ended up writing a hit song together?
That would be so freaking bounce.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, we had something to do with it.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know, it's just a good feeling. And I will tell you this, and I'm just going to sort of give you a little teaser here, but there are several things that we're working on.
In the works, like a
Yes,
mouse.
because we love planning the events, and we love cross-promoting artists, and we love the fact that they promote us and support us as well. So there's other events that we are working on, and we'll give you more information as they progress. But if you ever listen to the show, you know that we're big fans of Halloween, and we love doing sort of theatrical radio and things like that. So one of the ideas we're trying to make it happen this October. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's unique, and as far as I know, nobody's ever done it. Mm-hmm. So I think it could really go over well. And there's even another idea that I can't even mention yet, just because we just started talking about it. But we're constantly having brainstorming sessions. We're constantly trying to improve, and thank God we have Randy, because he's really teaching us how to. So he's not only a friend and a sponsor, but he's also educating us on how to use the social networks. Which I was oblivious to before. So I mean, just the stuff that he's teaching us is just so invaluable. It really, really is. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just had such a good time, and I could probably talk about it all night, because I have these little snapshots in my mind about different things that happened and went on at the whole fest. And we went over to visit Betty. I guess the day after, and then when we were coming back when we were going back to the car, somebody actually stopped and said, "Hey, Chris Top." That just made me feel good.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Nashville loves us,
Yeah, and
we love Nashville.
We do. We really do. Nashville's like a second home to us for sure, and I think that's probably how a lot of artists feel too when they go to Nashville for the first time. And I'm sure it's a little overwhelming, and I'm sure some of them are like, "Man, I don't know if I can make it here." And then after they stay for a while, it grows on them. Mm-hmm. And it's such a great city. And BB King's, what a great ambassador, I think, for Nashville, and just the support that they've given us and the outlet they've provided, or the venue. And I don't know, they're just great people. What did you eat, Kristen, at BB King's when we were there?
I ate the pork sandwich, and then what else did I eat? I think I ate everything every day.
Did you try the crack and cheese?
I did.
Crack and cheese.
Oh,
I probably would have stole your plate.
Dude.
And Kevin's. It was so good.
Dude, I was a little bummed out, because what I did, the first day I had the mac and cheese. The second day I just wanted to try the burger. And the burger was good, but I kept thinking about the mac and cheese. So I thought, okay, third night, I'm getting the mac and cheese again. Well, we didn't eat with everybody else when they had the dinner, just because I wanted to socialize.
Right.
And, I felt like that was important, and that's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to just sit in one spot. So I thought, well, we can, once the WABA Awards are over, then we can just, pack everything up, then we'll go out there and eat. So we went out there and ate, and then when it gets so late, they switch menus, and they go to a different menu for later, which I get it, but the mac and cheese wasn't on the menu.
I know, that was the night I was planning to get, the crack and cheese, and
okay, so
part of me died.
What we're going to have to do is sometime soon, we're going to have to go back to Nashville just to get their mac and cheese.
Yes.
I would make a trip to Nashville just for that.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we're going to have to do it. Okay, so we'll definitely do that for sure. But I'm excited about what's going to happen next year. So I want everybody now to mark it on your calendars and just plan on coming out to BB King's next year. Don't just spend a day with us. Come out 3 or 4 days if we decide to do 4 days next year. Hang out, because it's a great environment. You get to hear all these artists play. It's really intimate. You get to find out about them while they play their songs there live. One of the best things about it is you're not walking around in the heat with everybody.
Yes.
It's air conditioned.
That heat is killer.
Yeah, in between interviews, you can go get a drink, bring it back in there.
Yeah.
There's tables. You can go order something, bring it back in there and eat while you're listening to interviews, and just be entertained each hour by a different artist.
Yeah.
You be a part of the red carpet pictures.
And
you can
that's
even
fun.
you can even come back for the WABA Awards. It's open for everybody, and there's no cost.
None.
No, it would be
Zero.
cool if you ordered food and maybe you ordered a drink or something while you were there, but there's no cost. Anybody can come. All you're really going to have to pay for if you come out and see us is parking.
That's right.
Yeah. So if you come early in the day, you make a day of it, it's $25. $20 depends on where you park. It's not that bad at all. But it's probably one of the best times of my life, and just the memories that we got from it, and you're going to see them in the pictures and the more that we post, and because we've still got a ton of stuff, ton of things.
I am definitely never going to forget this ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. Who during the interviews? I'm going to ask both of you this question. Who?
Is this trivia again?
I'll ask Kristen first this time.
Okay.
Now you said that you liked Stevie quite a bit,
Right.
Now take her out of your mind.
Okay.
And maybe this is why you like her. I don't know. But what artists do you feel like? And I'm not talking about talent, but I'm talking about just personality. Who do you think you connected with the most?
I would say Kelsey Lewis, and Elena. I feel like I could just sit and talk with them and just relax.
She is. She's like the kind of person you just want to hang out with.
Right.
Yeah. Patrick says, can't wait to come back next year. And we love you to death, Patrick. Patrick, he's so funny. He sent me a message on Facebook or Twitter or something and said, hey, how do I get a WABA shirt? I'm like, dude, you were there for 2 days. Why didn't you just ask me for one?
I was walking around with WABA shirts.
I know. But he had a lot going on. He had a whole lot going on, and he just, I guess it slipped his mind. Because he was there seeing interviews and artists that he loved, and then he had other artists that we didn't have there, that other places that he wanted to go to and see. And Randy says, your daughter is way cool.
Super cool.
And I have to agree. I mean, it's my daughter, And it was Betty Malo that we went to see, and he's bringing that up too. And you know what? That's the first time we met Betty.
We bet Betty.
We bet Betty.
Betting on Betty. Betting on Betty Bad. Betty Bad.
But we met Anna a few times, and we've talked to Anna. I feel like we've got a good connection with Anna. And this is the first time we met Betty.
She bought me a drink, even though I told her not to.
Yeah, she's like that, But Betty is just as nice, just as sweet. And they're both so pretty. Did you see those pictures of Betty?
Those pictures of Betty were amazing.
Yeah, she sells the jewelry and accessories. I guess that's what you call it. I don't know. But she had those pictures of her, and
those are beautifully
so
taken.
pretty.
Yes,
oh
indeed.
my gosh,
They're gorgeous.
And I'm excited too about going to see Betty Bad's studio, because
me too.
She's got paintings that I haven't seen yet that we've been invited to go see, and she's going to do an interview with us. Sometime soon. Which we talked about as well. We went to the Omni and we saw her. She had a special little section set up there at the Omni. But it was really interesting meeting her and getting to talk to her for sure. And I can't wait.
Me neither.
To get her on the show and pick her brain a little bit. And I even asked her, and she seemed like she was all about it. But possibly next year when we do something at BB King's, for sure giving us something to give away for the main prize. But also, possibly, if she can work it out, no promises here, but maybe even setting up a table there during the duration of the time that we're there, and showcasing products and maybe selling some stuff while she's there.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty cool.
That's pretty.
It's nice to have Betty Bad in your corner.
Betty Bad, not Betty Good. Betty Bad, but Betty Bad is Betty Good.
Right.
So, that's a tongue twister.
Randy wants to know what we're planning for Halloween. Should we say something?
I don't know. Maybe we should keep it a secret.
Give like a little piece.
Well, Randy's wanting us to talk about it.
Should we talk about
I got to be honest. I'm really wanting to talk about it. Okay.
So let's talk about it.
And I've still got to send Randy that email. Don't let me forget, because we had so much going on last night that I forgot. I love that they're communicating with us on Twitter. This was fun. Okay, this is the deal with Halloween. Old Time Radio, the Old Time Radio broadcast where they did the scary stories, think Twilight Zone, stuff like that. That stuff pretty much has had its time and it's gone. The fact that it's gone,
it's sad,
and that we can't just turn on the radio and hear it whenever we want, unless it's like a Sunday night late and they're just doing it to fill the airtime. It breaks my heart.
Yeah,
breaks my heart, because that stuff is a passion of mine. And I'm not looking for a revival. I'm not looking to bring it back.
Thank you, Jesus.
Because I don't think that would happen. But
I had to.
But I do want to show my appreciation for it, and I do want to expose another generation to it that maybe has never heard of it or knows anything about it. Mm-hmm. If you think about it, when you listen to scary stories, when you tell scary stories around a campfire, there's some kind of magic involved in that, and you can close your eyes and just listen, and a lot of times it can be scarier than seeing a movie where everything's spelled out for you. That's the driving force behind this, and I thought, well, how can we do this and make other people interested in this? So this is what we came up with. We find a venue that will allow us to do it. We make that a part of what's going on. People will come in. That'll be the last thing that happens. The actual old time radio broadcast. But while they're there, we'll have a costume party. We'll have live ghost stories that people are going to tell. We'll also have a costume. Did I say costume contest? We'll have a band play. And then other prizes, like prizes for the ghost stories, prizes for the costume contest, things like that. And then we'll cap it off with the old time radio show. And the plan is to use voice actors from Austin Peay State University. They'll come in maybe for a couple of days and just help us out with that. We'll record it, and then we'll have them come back for the premiere. Well, the only time I say premiere, but it's the first and last show. But they'll come back and we'll do the show, and then afterwards, guests that are there can actually have their picture taken with the actors on the red carpet.
Yeah.
We'll have gift bags, giveaways, things like that, and that's really the idea of the event. And I really feel like the community would stand behind something like that and really help us promote something like that, and it could grow into a big thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, what do you guys think about it? Because see, I want feedback on this, just because I want to make sure it's a good idea and not just something that I want to do because it's something that I love.
Yeah, I think it's totally a good idea because I mean, exposing the next generation to something is definitely a good thing to do, and I just think it would be a fun time. So I'm excited about it. It's a good Halloween event.
Yeah, I think so too. I really do. I've got a good feeling about it, but it's going to come down to what other people.
I don't know what other people are going to think because they're not everybody else.
And it's a once a year thing. It's not like we're trying to do it every day. It's just
every day.
Yeah.
Nobody would come to it every day.
No,
I can't do this every day. Man.
But it would give people a good alternative. I mean, the fall is one of my favorite times of the year. I love going to bonfires. I love hanging out and telling stories, and I love maybe going to see a scary movie, maybe a haunted house. But you can't do that stuff every day either. So it's another option.
Yeah. And
it would be something you could take the entire family to. Of course, they'd be invited to sit back, close their eyes, and kind of get lost. Mm-hmm. And the whole radio play would go about 30 minutes. Would break it down into two halves. And this year it's going to be sort of a part 1 and part 2. But then next year would be maybe 2 different stories, but it's up in the air. And it's up in the air. But I think it would be a lot of fun.
I do too. I think it would be a lot of fun.
Be a nice little 2-hour event you could actually go to with your family and just sort of enjoy yourselves.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, if you didn't know us, Kristen, is that something that you might go to around that time of the year?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you have music, you have entertainment, and you could possibly win a prize. I mean, how could you not go wrong with that?
Yeah, and it's just a way for me to do something that I love doing. So I'm being a little greedy with it, but I think other people would appreciate it. And it just wouldn't that be fun though to have the voice actors come over, and then we kind of go through the script, and then we do it, and then we edit it, and put the sound effects in and the music, and
I'm having a great time writing the script right now.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. We came up with the idea, and we've already started on the script, and I don't know. Who knows?
I'm up late at night sometimes writing it. It'll be like 3 in the morning, and I'm still doing it because I get creative at night. I can't do this during the day.
Right.
3 in the morning.
But we're so excited, and we're really pumped about everything that we're doing, and we really feel like we're contributing and we're doing some good, and then people are just helping us out at the same time, and it's really just, it's like the way it's supposed to work. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just ready to do it all the time.
Every day.
Randy says his cousin rocks. Betty Malo is Betty Bad.
Betty Bad.
So, and she's a sweet woman. I'm really glad that we had an opportunity to meet her.
Me too.
And her jewelry is just really. You like that one necklace, and
That's
Randy said,
spiking.
all right, you're going to have to get this for her for, was it Christmas or something?
It was Christmas, Hanukkah, and birthday.
Okay,
Those
so
were
was it
all
like
the-
crazy expensive?
I don't know what the price was, but I bet
Yeah.
it was.
But a lot of this stuff, you would think, by looking at it, you would think, well, this is way out of my price range. But a lot of it was very reasonably priced. It's not like you have to save a whole paycheck or a whole month to get it. I mean, a lot of it was reasonably priced.
Yeah.
You could go in and get something, for somebody that you love for a holiday or just because you love them and not break the bank doing it.
Exactly.
For sure. And I'm not trying to sell an ad. I'm being honest. I'm being totally honest.
Dude, the spikes and the leather bracelets, I was all about those.
And she's just nice. I mean, just that alone, she's somebody that you want to support because somebody, she's out there working hard, she's honest, and she lives in Nashville, and you just want to support her just because of those reasons. And then you add on the fact that she's so freaking talented, too.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. She hugged me.
She hugged me, too.
She did. She hugged me, even though I was sweaty.
Ew.
You can either talk in the Christoph program.
Mr. Pop.
Take it from the top.
Okay, serious question. You ready?
Okay.
Brace yourself.
Oh, God.
Okay, here we go. Are you sitting down?
I am.
Okay, good. If you could have any superhero power, what would that be?
Flying.
You would fly? And now why would you pick flying?
Because I love the feeling of flying and the way, I did do the, what the heck was it? Where you jump off the mountain and you have wings.
Paragliding?
Yeah, air gliding, that's it.
Oh, wow. So you did that?
And that's free, yes, and that's a free feeling, so yes, flying.
You really did that?
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. She's got balls for a chick.
She does.
She does.
Man.
Oh, my goodness. I don't think I would be able to do that.
I would try to make myself do it.
Yeah, somebody would have to push me.
I might have vomited.
Well, all of our lives, it's like a good book. You turn a few pages, then you open up the next chapter. A success story. Do you have what it takes? Have you already made it? What's your definition of success?
The music industry is brutal.
Los Angeles, New York City, Nashville, Tennessee. Are you just another face in the crowd?
Everybody knows it's not about how much talent you have. It's about who you know and how big your hooters are.
I just want to know if the dude's willing to flip burgers for 3 years while he makes minimum wage. Sometimes that's what it takes to be a star.
Why are people going to want to turn on the radio and hear your music?
Oh, so you think your song's good. Well, what makes it good? It's going to have to be great if you're going to make it in Nashville.
If Chris and I don't agree, they're not on the show.
What makes you special? What makes you unique?
Let me ask you this. Once your hard work pays off and you reach those dreams, are you willing to give anything back?
The Chris Top program starting a new chapter.
Are people going to want to read your book, or is it going to end up collecting dust in the discount section at Goodwill?
We want the best on this show, and that's what you're going to have to give it. Otherwise, it's time to go home.
The Chris Top program, this is where people come when they want to have a voice.
No, they are sadly mistaken if they think we just let anybody on this show.
Look, all we do is broadcast. You provide the hope. You provide the inspiration. You're the next great songwriter. You're the next great entertainer. This is where your song takes its first step.
The Chris Top program, working on being awesome worldwide.
Let's just face it, we're all a work in progress.
You can either talk in the Christoph program.
Mr. Pop.
Take it from the top.
Okay, I've been kind of going back and forth on this. There's a lot of stuff to keep up with. I can't wait to get the studio where we have more than one monitor.
Yeah, that would be so great.
Yeah, it'll be a lot easier. But I'll get on Twitter for a minute, then I'll just neglect the chat box on the ChrisTopProgram.com. And I just noticed Tegan jumped in there.
Hello, Tegan.
And Randy's shaming me because I ate all the cookies.
Shame.
That is not true,
Shame.
Tegan. I guarantee
It was me.
Randy and Allie ate more cookies than I did.
Yes,
For
y'all
sure.
did.
How many cookies did you eat?
I had none.
None?
What?
Are
I
you
don't
serious?
believe it.
None.
I
You
had
had
little
one.
ti-
Okay, now she's changing her
Sure
story.
Comes out now.
Yeah, so
I
it
had
wasn't.
Well, I had little tiny ones. Yeah,
was
okay.
not just me, Tegan.
I had
And-
like
all right.
more than I could count for.
We're going to have to talk to Tegan's dad because she keeps secrets from us.
Yeah.
All the time because she sent us.
What's in the box?
Yeah, she sent us this first package for the CMA Fest, which was loaded with stuff. And what we did, Tegan, is a lot of it we set out all over the tables that people sat at, and they loved it. And then we also put some of your stuff in the prizes that we gave away too. And we told people there your story about how you were trying to get there this year and you couldn't make it. And in a sense, in a big way, you were there because you were a very hot topic
Yes.
at the CMA Fest.
Randy took a picture of you
yes.
with your poster.
And I believe several people tweeted you, and we did talk about you and your story, and we definitely want to see you there next year. But I'm also keeping a secret from Tegan.
Ooh.
Yep. And I know what it is. And
Do I even know?
She does not.
Do I even know the secret?
You know what it is.
I don't remember.
I'll tell you, but I can't tell you now.
Oh. Because she's listening.
Right.
Lies.
But see, then she got us again because then her and her dad are going to send us this other giant box with something in it.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Maybe it's cookies.
Cookies. Maybe.
If it is, I'm going to hide them from you.
If it is, no.
From both of you.
No. All right. If it
yes.
is cookies, I'm going to eat them all myself.
See, Tegan, you
What happened to sharing?
see what I have to deal
There's
with.
a rift in our
Yeah, there's something wrong here with this relationship. But no, Tegan was definitely there, and hopefully she'll be there in person next year for sure. But mark it on your calendar, and we'll make sure that we get a full-fledged interview from Tegan. Can't wait. I have a feeling that it may be pretty hard to get an interview next year just because of all the artists that are going to be lined up.
Yeah.
To talk to us.
That'd be great.
But even if they don't get an interview, they can still come by and get pictures and show up for the WABA Awards and just have a good time. And I'm anxious to start the award process again.
Yeah.
And this year's going to be a little bit different. This year we're actually going to have legit nominations. That'll go on for a while, and then once the nominations are in, then we're going to have the voting and that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
it's going to be bows.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty fun. So I'm anxious to see who turns up for that, and we've already got the awards for next year. Randy took care of that for us. We got the red carpet for next year. We got T-shirts, all that stuff. So it's going to be bigger, and I'm super excited.
I'm super pumped.
Are you super pumped?
Super pumped. I want to pump you up. I said that.
I want to talk about it more, but we got to go. I hope Tegan was still listening. If not, we'll have to tweet her and make sure she goes back and checks that out for sure. That's the great thing about it. We can do this live and interact with everybody, and then we can promote it later, and they can go back and listen to it anytime if they missed it. So I think that's pretty cool. I want to say hi to new artist tweets. Thank you. We need to say hi to some of the new followers we've got.
Yeah. Say hi to them.
Absolutely. Because we picked up probably 100 followers in the last, so we can't say hi to all of them, but in the past, the past 20 days or so. I want to say hi to Jeanette, Shelly Wiseman, Margden Records, Emily the Cool One.
Ooh, she's cool.
Yeah, we got Andy, Megan Griggs, and the list goes on. Just a ton of people. Kimmy Luley is following us, and she's just tweeting us now all the time.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of fun. Just lots of new faces, lots of new listeners, and most of that's because of the CMA Fest and the connections that we made and the fun that we had and all that stuff.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's freaking exciting. There are no words for me to describe it. It's just a feeling I get, and I'm like,
yeah. Oh, that's way too loud for the time that it is.
Yeah, it is, but oh well.
All right. Well,
we're gonna make coffee.
Are we? I guess we're gonna be up kind of late, aren't we?
Yeah, make coffee.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, you want to take us out, or you want me to do it?
Heck yeah, I want to take us out.
You always want to take us out. You don't ever let me do it anymore.
Because I want to do it.
All right, maybe Kristen wants to do it. I don't know.
Yeah, Kristen should. Kristen should. She never does. Do it.
Here, I'll do the first part. We do not, nor will we ever take any of you for granted, because there's a million other things you could be doing. But guess what? You chose to listen to us, makes us feel pretty darn good. Now, right now, Kristen's sweating like, I don't remember what to say. Okay, so until we broadcast again.
Until we broadcast again.
Remember this.
Remember this.
You know what comes next, don't you?
Life is good.
Life is good.
And we're gone.
And we're gone.
Maybe a dark things might be looking grim. I guess it's time for an acronym.
2, 3, 4.
W will be